I think I know what this is. You see, Stan, as you get older, things that you used to like start looking and sounding like shit. And things that seemed shitty as a child don't seem as shitty. With you, somehow the wires have gotten crossed and everything looks and sounds like shit to you. It's a condition called being a cynical asshole.
Oh no.
Yes. And there's no known cure, I'm afraid. Everything just seems shitty and everyone starts to seem shitty and everything they say just starts to...
It stinks. It stinks. It stinks.
Yes, Mr. Sherman, everything stinks.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next products.
You hate to do it, but at the same time, it's hilarious. Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Sith, number 23, getting close to 25. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Fractured Filter, and with me, Jay Hitman. How are you tonight, sir?
Surviving. I'm surviving, trying to survive this week. But like we were talking before the show, I noticed you changed your avatar to Darth Bane.
I did, yes.
Because
the cheeky
of just
bastard.
Channeling in your inner rage. But
yes.
Our intro video where Malgus is just utterly eviscerating all the... That's how I felt this week. After I watched episode 4, and we'll get into it, that's literally how I felt the rest of the week. Just wanted to take people out.
It makes me disappointed that we don't have any kind of game footage or any such thing for good old Bane to use.
Yeah.
I would possibly change things over a bit because good lord.
Well, we have the books.
Oh, absolutely.
If you could find a clip, or if they could make a clip where he's with Githany and he's doing the Force Lightning Storm and the
just little things, yeah. I would definitely be all over that for sure. But yeah, with Kenobi's definitely the Obi-Wan Kenobi show has definitely been bringing about my just my inner rage.
Been reciting the Sith code every night.
It's one of those things where you want to use it as a calming tool, but man, you recite that code, it doesn't really calm you down. It just kind of encourages the...
I think that's the point. Yeah,
it is. It really is. It absolutely is. But at the same time, you like the one. It's the one I mainly remember. I don't remember the Jedi code.
Watching episode 4, I'm like, pieces of lie.
Oh boy, yeah, and then just the mountains of stupid that's been coming out is just...
It's like Kenobi's the main course, yeah. It's the main course of stupidity, but then we have all these appetizers of stupid to go along with the main course.
Part of the problem with all of it too is, this is we're getting a little ahead, but it's like this is a character that a lot of people love. This is a lot of people's favorite character, and we are just watching him being eviscerated by the mouse, and we have basically the children of the mouse fully embracing it and defending it at every and they'll go through all the mental gymnastics possible to say this is a good product or a good show or whatever, however you want to call it, and it's just like, what the hell is wrong with you people?
No, it's just, and I said this when OG did her coffee chat a couple Thursdays ago, and she was talking about Matthew Stover interview about I think he was talking about like Deborah Chad. I think he quoted that Deborah Chad read the book, and I said in that chat,
and we talked about that too.
But I know specifically because I read the book, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm dyslexic, but I don't believe there's any stick figures or pictures in that book, so I don't know what she read, and I don't even think Deborah Chad knows how to read.
I saw that comment that you made too.
No.
I was watching the coffee chat. I was like, "Oh the god!"
I think I was watching
the replay. I forget.
Yeah, it's like set COVID aside and set we'll just set COVID aside. Disney still has all this money, and they have all this. They claim to have all this talent, and they can literally hire anybody they would want, right? And they have all this, supposed creative genius, and they take on. They say we're gonna make a Kenobi show, right? And knowing that they can hire anybody that they want, they can get anybody they want on the planet. They
could make this like their biggest, bestest project, and they've basically made it one of the most cheap, disposable, throwaway series that they possibly could.
I've said this
for what?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this on a couple shows. It's like the only thing Filoni's good at is stealing from Lucas and calling it his own. So as we get into this watch party later, like it was just like, oh gosh, it's so bad. It was so bad. Like, it's all bad, but like this episode in particular was like,
yeah, there was a lot of God.
There's nothing.
So I mean, I believe it was Raging Rhino that pointed out just how big of a you basically have it that Bailor Ghana is now, he should be on the radar, if not just completely brought in for effectively treason for associating with a Jedi. He recruited a Jedi to go and save his daughter when, in my book, he's supposed is even at the end of Revenge of the Sith. He explains it that, to both Obi-Wan and Yoda, listen, you're going to be hearing about me potentially siding with some very bad things. But just know that I'm doing this to keep my cover. This was basically kind of like, it was Padme's last request to him to do that, because he needed to stay hidden, so then they could eventually, spark a rebellion or whatever and get people going to overthrow Palpatine and his cronies. But this is just basically the whole episode, the whole fact of now they have Leia there, they're interrogating her and doing all this stuff. It's put him, right in the crosshairs of the Empire as an enemy.
Well, that's what season 2 is going to be about when they release Kenobi season 2. That's what's so stupid about it. It's like, why if Kenobi, then Obi-Wan is with Leia, why the hell is he not training her? Like, it's supposed to be about, he's supposed to be guarding Luke and all the, guardians and everything.
He's supposed to be guarding Luke. Obi-Wan's supposed to be guarding Luke. Bail is supposed to be overwatching Leia and taking care of her. That's how it's supposed to go. And in my book, when this all went down, basically, Bail with his cover supposedly intact, being a good, Imperial Senator stooge or whatever you want to say, he should have very well, when she was kidnapped, gone to the Imperial Senate for support to get his daughter back.
Right.
Or, anything other than I'm gonna be the best at hide and go seek and find Obi-Wan Kenobi in his freaking cave on Tatooine and request his help.
Like we've seen.
Welcome to the chat, brother.
Welcome. Yeah, like, but there's so many different issues with this, but that's one of them. Like, why is he not training her? Like, why are you're keeping the secret that you don't want anybody to let you.
When, if I recall, I haven't gotten through all the last of the Jedi books, but I believe Ferris Olin kind of takes a position of overseeing Leia, unless he gets killed in the books at some point. But I don't know. But I'm
only on book 2, so.
Yeah, I just know that I'm on book 2 as well, and it's like I know that was at least one of the good parts of it. It was like Obi-Wan's like, oh shit, we gotta get was it Polis Massa to where the twins were born. We gotta get there. erase that data
Because Malorn knows.
because he needed to hide, further help hide Leia and Luke from the Empire. Oh God, it's
But
just,
it's
again what we keep saying. They had the blueprints, they had the stories they could have gone with. Instead, they hire.
But you watch this, and it's just it's so bad because it's like I watch and I tried to like figure out like what the hell is actually going on. Like what is
Nobody
going
knows.
on? What am I watching?
I don't think
Like,
anybody really knows at this point. Like, yeah, we're all.
So like, okay, so if there is a season 2, let's say they go to season 2, like this Kenobi series has effed canon. It has effed canon.
It's
So if they the only logical next step in this is to retcon the original trilogies, and people might be listening. It's like, no, you're wrong, J.K. man. Like, okay, prove to me how I'm wrong.
This is the path. This is the way. They're going to be going directly to doing that. And I know I've heard some people say no. Hopefully there's something in like the contract that George signed and everything that
There's
we'll
no
have to like wait until
this.
after he dies or something like that. But
they're
I don't even think they'll wait.
They're gonna do what
I'm
they're
with
doing.
a lot of people that say that I don't think Disney's gonna wait. They're gonna,
Listen, this is what they're gonna do. What they're doing to Putin. They're gonna poison Putin. They're gonna poison they poison Putin. They're gonna poison Lucas. They're gonna do. There's no coming back from it. You have on the chessboard. You've made the first move, right?
Lucas is gonna suddenly be a mysterious suicide.
Yeah, but I hope not. Pray not. They held the Gundo's head to buy it. And people called years ago. I said that. I remember years ago. You and I were talking about this, and everybody thought I was crazy. I said they held the Gundo's head. They forced it. It was a hostile takeover. They had some type of skeletons. They knew some type of
something.
They knew that
KK
Lucas
knew something, right?
Yeah, she knew that Lucas had some type of skeletons, whether it be a full skeleton or a bone in his closet. Like, if you don't sell this to us, we're gonna expose you. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but like, yeah, so I mean, that's only a logical explanation. That you can't undo what you've done, and there's nothing. Right. There's no justification other that there's nothing that they can say that would justify them doing this, other than we plan on retconning the original trilogy. They're never going to do that because you're afraid of civil war here. Like, that will definitely cause a civil war, right? But I mean, that's where it's going. 100%. And there's going to be a season 2, and I guarantee you that the season 2 is going to be all about Luke. But again, that makes.
I mean, you can only hope that they're actually. I don't even know if they're going to give any time to Luke. It's like,
well, what would you do? You're just going to leave him on Tatooine with Owen?
Apparently. I mean, that's the way the show's going so far. Like, there's nothing. It's all been about, Obi-Wan spending time with Leia. Nothing. We had that one episode of them showing us Obi-Wan looking over him, but Bailor Ghana apparently overrode all that and said no, Leia's more important. Few words.
It's just so bad. How would? Oh God, I can't. I will just wait for the show because I've got a lot of pent up rage right now. Just
so let's go on to some.
Yeah,
I only watch some other rage-inducing moments.
Well, what do you got? There's a lot here that I'm looking at.
So let's go into this because I know this has been something that's been on my brain. Star Wars rumor. Now this is a rumor, but on the same hand, it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, how dare you! Don't do this to me.
The Acolyte series to introduce Darth Revan, Darth Bane, and more. From John F. Trent over on Bounding into Comics. It starts. A new rumor indicates that Leslie Headland's upcoming Star Wars series for Disney Plus, The Acolyte, will introduce classic Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic characters like Darth Revan and Darth Malak, as well as Darth Bane. Oh boy. This new rumor comes from the Dis Insider during a fan casting segment of Qui-Gon Jinn during the 85th episode of Dis Insider show. So again, I mean, this you can only hope that this will be just legit
Rumor.
and speculation, and the show will just be featuring other bullshit, nothing to do with any of this. Anyway, while on the one of the show's hosts, Skylar Schuler, suggests God, why Keanu Reeves to play Qui-Gon Jinn? That doesn't make any sense.
I've heard a rumor about this.
I've heard people throw around Keanu Reeves for Darth Revan, and I'm like, why?
That's the one I heard. They're like, who better to play Revan than Keanu Reeves?
I mean,
he could even do a good Constantine. Like for the DC guys out there, he played a terrible Constantine. The only good movie that guy ever had, and I'm showing my age here, was Speed.
Oh, it's been a while since I've watched that one, but yeah,
classic, cult classic.
I'm still more, I'm still more partial to his Bill and Ted days. I feel like that was the time he showed some real emotion there.
Because he's so high.
So so the show's co-founder Derek Cornell suggests he would be better suited. Oh, Darth Revan, yeah. Everyone's pulling that one. Cornell then says, which I hear they're going to bring in a lot of these legends, Darth Bane, Nihilus, Darth Malak, Revan, all in the Star Wars Acolytes. So we'll see Darth Plagueis.
My blood's starting to boil because like your love of Kyle Katarn is about to get retconned. Not your love, but like that character, your love of Kyle Katarn, I feel like they're going to retcon.
Well, thank God I still have the games that I can replay.
but why? Like, oh God, why? Like,
because they can't create anything of their own. They have to take what's already pre-established, and then
they're making a live action. So this is going to be a live action one, I'm assuming, yeah. And they're going to bring these characters, or they're going to bring characters that resemble.
It's either going to be the characters, or it'll be characters that'll be similar to.
No, why? Like,
well, I think it was like even Stig was pointing this out. It's like how can you have this? This won't make sense with your their High Republic, because the hyperspace lanes or whatever aren't.
You know about from the Spacewells?
No, not the freaking Spacewells.
You said hyperspace lanes. I thought.
Yeah, no.
Let
me see if I can try and find.
I don't need to see any more Spacewells. I already have the image stuck in my head.
What? Are you telling me you don't want to see Spacewells in action?
No, I do not want to see. Oh God.
Yeah, that was something to behold. I don't think we'll ever actually. I don't know if I'll ever want to rewatch that crap.
I no. If we do, then we're doing Bad Batch. Because I can only assume that Bad Batch is just as bad, or I can only assume that Rebels is just as bad as Bad Batch.
I'm gonna just have to agree with you by default.
But I don't know, because Thrawn is one of my favorite characters up there. He's like top 5. And just seeing that picture of this octopus that had sex with a whale, get into a bridge of a star cruiser to choke him to death seems a little far-fetched.
Just a smidge, you know. God dang it.
You're trying to find it.
This is where I just need to like screen cap tweets and.
You're trying to find
that
it
way. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember what specifically he said.
From Stig.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
I mean, it's funny just how all over he is. He just gets in there and
Just goes to town.
oh yeah. Exciting. Here we are looking for a tweet.
I'm gonna try something.
I swear, normally I'm much more better prepared than this.
Well, he's posted quite a bit.
Yeah, like I said, he definitely gets into it. Oh, because it was with this whole stupid acolyte that it just again just kind of goes into breaking more of their own continuity. Okay, it won't. Okay, so here, let me just that share screen. He says it won't work due to the High Republic. No hyperspace lanes in the Outer Rim. Before that, this is what happens when the idiots in the story group don't do their jobs.
Yeah. Well done, Stig.
So yeah, I just don't look forward to the. It already scared the hell out of me when there was the possibility of them showing Revan in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
During the whole Will's arc or whatever it was on that planet, and they were mulling around showing Revan at some point. I was like, no, please, no. Now it's called we're gonna have a show that'll feature any of these ones. I'm like, oh.
I guess the benefit of them doing this is that we can promote all the great books within Legends.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. That's definitely the silver lining to that one, right?
How about, oh my god! So the mention Plagueis, like how, like because I just started reading Plagueis again, and it's amazing.
Kind of like me going back to the Bane book.
Have you gone back to Bane?
Yeah, I'd gone back to Path of Destruction as always.
It's a great book. Well,
and you know we've got so much coming too, because I mean look at this. Thanks to Father Miller on Twitter here, he had this.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna pull that up.
We got so much to look forward to. I don't even know what I just what the hell is Hunters? I haven't even heard of that one.
We've got Star Wars Lego Summer Vacation. We have Andor, Bad Batch Season 2, terrible trailer. Tales of the Jedi, Hunters. Yeah, he's not here yet. Let's see, Hunters, is that like Tamora Morrison? Is that gonna be like a bounty?
I don't know. I mean,
we already talked about Mando Season 3, where he's going back to basically redeem himself in the waters of Mandalore. Young Jedi Adventures. That sounds promising. Not really. Visions. Was this like the Chinese art, like manga style show?
It was the Japanese anime. Yeah,
that's what I said.
That they did. They did. It was like a bunch of those like random little episodes too. It had nothing to do with the continuity to what's going on with like Disney Star Wars. So that I think was what. That's where we got like a weird, I think like umbrella lightsaber or something. There was a lot of goofy.
Stop it right now.
I'm sorry. I'm just telling you what I saw, and it was some weird. Leave it to Japan. They're always high on shrooms, so you know what do you expect? Skeleton Crew. I don't know what that's gonna be.
We did an article. It's supposedly Jude Law was supposedly.
Oh, was that the one?
Because they were trying to recruit like a non-binary child or something like that.
That's right. That's
stupid.
And then Taika Waititi's project Star Wars, which I'm just
like. Did you say Titty?
No. Yeah, project? Titty Waititi's project.
Why?
Taika Waititi.
All I heard you say was White Titty Project. my
that
goodness.
guy's the guy that's doing the
Is
Thor
this-
movies, right?
Is this
now.
going to be a Jawa show? Your favorite character
I don't even
from
know.
the Book of Boba is going to be in this, the Jawa.
Stop
story.
it! Stop it!
She's going to go, ooh, teeny.
So yeah,
This is
that's
just- this is
apparently
so
some of the
much.
lineup that's going to be coming.
This, but they can't even get Kenobi right. Look at the dates. So August 5th, August 31st, September 28th, fall 2022, whatever time. I mean, they don't even have an actual date for that. February, spring, then just 23, late 23. Like, they can't even do one show right. They haven't done any show right, in my opinion.
No.
The only one that has been somewhat tolerable was Mando. Sitting, they'll throw
You're
him up.
absolutely right, son. They'll just pure barf.
But like they got it like Star Wars Lego. I mean, is this a thing? Like,
Yeah, it's a. I mean, the game that came out, the whole what was it, Skywalker saga was.
yeah, IGN
Although
put it
I
in
heard-
like the top.
I heard-
They put it in the top like 3 games.
Who?
IGN did,
Oh.
and I was like, "Have you?" Yeah, and I think I don't know if I tagged you in a tweet or maybe I sent it to you. I was like, "Did they not play Jedi Outcast? Did they not play Jedi Academy? Did they not play Dark Forces?"
I think I saw that and I was saying the same thing. I'm like, who the hell made this list? This list is dog water.
KOTOR wasn't on it. KOTOR too.
right,
Like in my honest opinion, obviously I love KOTOR 1. Like I did enjoy the second one, but I just I grew up playing the one with Revan and Alec, and so yeah, they weren't even on the list.
I know. I mean, a lot of people's favorite is the first one. I understand.
Yeah. But listen, I mean,
I've been a little more partial to 2 just because of Kreia and her.
Kreia,
craziness.
listen, let me tell you something. We all have mentors in our life. Kreia really helped me with the dark side, channeling the dark side. And then, when I started reading the Bane books and everything, it just kind of all culminated. But she played her part well. Oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah, no, it was great.
Listen. I adore she's my boy, right? But
Yeah,
Kreia,
she kind of took Sheev to another level, huh?
who learned from who?
I mean, you could probably think there was some inspiration of Sheev for that part.
I wonder, as you bring that up, I wonder, like, if that could have been a thing, if, like, outside,
surprise me if-
writing, like, the great Siths of the day, and Palpatine, like, I don't know. I'm just a Sheev guy, Sheevmeister, 2024.
Well, we could only hope to get such a great, upstanding leader.
But yeah, what else? What other one was on? Yeah, I just think I don't understand how they're gonna do it and who are gonna be on these projects. Like it was just a tweet, so I don't think there's any like article on it. But and then like I'm not a Marvel guy, obviously. I think Marvel just dog water, but
I didn't. All I saw on there was Spider-Man 4, and I'm like, oh. Yeah,
so was this? What phase are they on? Are they on like phase 9?
You don't
phase
freaking
10?
know. Like you, I don't really pay attention. The only time I look is when I'll just continue to see probably how they continue to bastardize and kill Spider-Man. So that'll be fun.
Spider-Man 4. Is that going to be Tom Holland? Spider-Man 4? Is that going to be Andrew Garfield? Tom Holland?
Tom Holland, yeah.
But they really just effed Andrew Garfield, didn't they? They just gave him 2
Well,
movies.
They did it to themselves.
Was it Fox? Who did? Was it Fox?
You've done that yourself.
You've done that yourself.
It was. I mean, they did.
Like, he's supposed to do
the second movie was not that great. So, unfortunately.
Be careful. Well, like, why wasn't it great? Because if you say Jamie Foxx, and you're going to start a big old kerfuffle over it.
No, he was.
My reason is because Jamie Foxx, he was terrible, and that suit was absolutely atrocious. I'm not a Marvel guy, but I know enough to know that suit was just terrible.
My main thing about it was, in particular, the ending, but also they jumped the gun, bringing in and making Norman Osborn, Harry Osborn. Sorry, Harry Osborn, the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
before we even got Norman, that was really just kind of like, what the hell are you doing? Then it was just, again, another big villain cluster bang. And then it was the whole death scene, the whole killing of Gwen Stacy. And to me, that is, because knowing from the comics, that is such a big, pivotal moment for Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
She was thrown off a bridge, wasn't she? Not a clock
in the original,
tower?
yeah. In the original,
the
of course, yeah. And the whole thing surrounding that is when Peter tried to go and catch her, it was a thing of he didn't know if it was just from the fall that killed her, or if it was the way he caught her that snapped her, that broke her neck, and he was, really questioning everything. And in the movie, in particular, when they did it, it was making it he very well cleared was too late.
Yeah,
basically. And I'm just like, I even though it's like at the end of the movie, I wanted to just get up and get the hell out of there, because I'm like, God damn it, you messed up you bring in Gwen Stacy for all this and you mess it up by having it done this way. Piss off, you bunch of tits.
That would be that'd be the equivalent of like if I got it right. So Martin Starlin did Death in the Family, so that'd be like Robin being killed by
Harley Quinn or something.
Yeah, instead of the Joker. Like, you bastards.
Yeah, just a complete substitution, and not with nearly the same, gravitas or impact.
And then he in the movie, he cried for like 5 minutes. Like in the comics, that was his first love. I only know this because my brother's a huge Spider-Man fan. And, like his current wife used to call. Well, I won't divulge that, but Gwen Stacy.
Yeah,
but,
no, it was a whole big thing, and it just they can't seem to. And that was part of I did have a problem with Raimi's Spider-Man, because they again went right to that and they flipped the person for who was supposed to be in that place. For in the movie, it was Mary Jane instead of Gwen Stacy being thrown off a bridge by the Green Goblin. And
this is what was kind of interesting too. It's like, so I think Fox has, I don't know if Fox still has the rights, but I think they did have the rights to Spider-Man. But their Sinister Six was in that movie, and it led you to believe that they were going to do.
They were alluding to it.
And I don't know if it ever hit production, but
Sony's been wanting to do it for a long time, but they just can't seem to get any kind of projects really going.
Nobody wants to work for them?
Either, I don't know if it's money or if it's just rights or what it is.
I'm telling you right now,
that's holding them back.
I'm telling you right now, it'll be a million times better than anything Disney, Marvel Studio could come up with. I think Sony should do it. I got into a debate with somebody, I forget, at work, but it's like, if I'm correct, I think Sony still has the rights, and that's their cash cow. Like, they're not going to ever sell the rights.
No.
That.
They're smart. They'll hold on to that till the day they collapse.
They're like they're the McDonald's. They're the guys who created the McFlurry machine at McDonald's. Like, they have a patent to where only their company can work on it. They're making money. It doesn't make sense to, sell it off or anything.
Kind of like these gaming companies too, that they hold like copyright patents and stuff like that on certain gameplay mechanics.
What other ones are on here? Not that.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna look at what other dog water movies they're coming out with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying how these game companies too, that they hold these copyrights for game mechanics. So like BioWare has a complete lock on the dialogue wheels and stuff like that. WB has their because of the whole Nemesis system in the Lord of the Rings games. They hold a patent for that, and the Nemesis system is incredible. It's really cool idea and concept, and they won't let it go. Even though it would be a great thing for themselves, even to make a really cool superhero game, It doesn't even have to be DC, even though they own, that would be their easiest thing because they own the rights to it. But no, it would create a new IP and into bring in that system because it'd be freaking fantastic. And just for any company to use it, just be fun as hell just to have something like that.
Did you ever play Lord of the Rings: A Shadow of War?
I didn't play Shadow of War. My brother did. I did play Shadow of Mordor.
Is Shadow of War the first one or the second one?
Shadow of War was the second one. And they definitely like I had watched them play it, and it was like they definitely did a lot of great. They did some pretty cool improvements and stuff on.
I played the first
mechanic,
one.
So
I think just the concept of him like being able to switch from like being mortal and then to the Wraith was amazing. That game was amazing.
The combat system was really good. It was kind of like a combination of what was done for Arkham, for the Arkham games.
Yeah.
And from like Assassin's Creed, but really just tuned up and really responsive and stuff. And I thought it was again really good.
Let's see. Sometimes I disagree with IGN, but they gave it a 9.3 out of 10. So they rated that one higher than Shadow of War.
The first one, 9.3?
Yeah. First one, 9.3, second one's a 9.
Maybe
that's
an 8.
Pretty high. That's pretty high.
Yeah, that's a little too high for me.
That's like
I mean, I thought it had some great ideas and stuff, but
yeah.
Then I've also heard that those games have done their damage to the Lord of the Rings lore and stuff like that too.
Their continuity. Who's the developer? Monolith Productions.
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, they did a bang up job.
Maybe not a 9. Yeah, I agree. Maybe like an 8, 8.2, maybe. 8's a rookie score. You got to do can't do round numbers.
Absolutely. So, did we want to go over this Boba Fett thing?
I just saw that today. I wanted to go over it because I saw it and I was like, oh god, he just let old dogs lie.
Over here on IGN, Boba Fett actor Temuera Morrison wants to bring the Star Wars bounty hunter back to his old badass ways. We've got to see the old Boba Fett. Well, we're kind of already past that one, guy.
You should have said this maybe before you started production.
Just maybe, maybe this should when concept was being dropped, maybe it should have been called, "Hey, let's have a badass Boba Fett," not a.
You brought up the point in the past that's interesting. It's like Mark Hamill used to be one of the most vocal about like.
Yeah, the Last Jedi. And
all this and that,
all that stuff.
And then it's like we talked about either he couldn't get through to them or he just took the paycheck, right?
Yeah.
Morrison, I thought that we read an article where he told Favreau that he felt that his Boba shouldn't be talking as much as he is.
There was an interview that he was him and Ming-Na Wen were doing, and he was saying he had tried bringing it up to Favreau, and even though
he was
not even
Arizona.
there, he was somewhere else, in Florida or something
Furry
like that.
No, that's funny.
And he wasn't even he just like completely crushed the idea or sort of kind of, because I mean he did eventually stop saying a whole lot in the last few episodes, but
was that on him or the writers?
That who knows, right? But yeah, that was basically it, right? He was pushing for it. Apparently, he wanted to make Boba Fett, but no such luck. So
well, we can get into it, but there's no turning back. Like you should have done this before you even started production.
Exactly. What's happened has happened. So yeah, Boba Fett actor Temuera Morrison has opened up about the legendary Star Wars bounty hunter and has revealed he would love to see him get back to his badass ways. Speaking to Entertainment Tonight, Morrison discussed the future of the iconic character he first played in season 2 of The Mandalorian and then again in the Book of Boba Fett. While he admits his fate is out of my control, he does have some thoughts, especially now that Fett is the new daimyo of Mos Espa after he moved in on the late Jabba the Hutt's territory. That just seems so not Boba Fett. We've got to bring him back somewhere. We've got to see the old Boba Fett, Morrison said. We reintroduced him. We found out some stuff, but I think it's time to get him back to his badass ways. No two ways around that. So I think we sort of have to have that scope to go back there, but that's out of my control. I'll just see what happens. If they don't do that, you could walk.
Right.
I mean, unless they're gonna actually recast, which according to Kathleen Kennedy, they're not gonna be recasting people anymore. So we'll have to see on that one, right? In our review of the Book of Boba Fett first season, we shared the sentiment that the team behind the series may have softened Boba Fett's edges too much. That's putting it very, very nicely.
You don't say.
Turning him into a complete cuckold would be more appropriate. Morrison's grounded delivery, dry wit, and physical prowess in battle helped to flesh out a previously unreadable character, but this trend of ameliorating classic villains has maybe softened his edges too much. IGN's reviewer Hannah Inez Flint wrote, "He's still a crime boss after all, so it's a shame we're getting more Maleficent than Omar Little." I don't know those references. With this anti-hero reboot. And as of writing this, there is no word of whether the Book of Boba Fett will return for a second season, or if he will potentially learn more of the bounty hunter story in Mandalorian or otherwise. We do know that The Mandalorian's third season will arrive February 2023, so hopefully we won't have to wait too long to see what the future holds for Boba Fett. Yeah, damage done, guy.
Like there's no.
I don't know what else can be. I don't know what else can be said about that. It's unfortunate. I know a lot of people love Boba Fett. But
yeah, but like hashtag not my Boba Fett, not this one. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Like,
jeez, how many of those are flying around? Not my Luke, not my Boba Fett, not my Obi-Wan Kenobi, not my Darth Vader.
Well,
like,
I've been trying to get not my Kenobi to trend on Twitter the last couple months.
I keep trying to get people to pick up the beta Ben Kenobi, but nobody's
That's good too.
Because it's pretty apt for this Kenobi.
I'm like, yeah, but like, so even let's say they do like another Book of Boba or whatever they do. Like, how can you? There's no damage control that you could even do. Like, what could you do? You have Amber Heard in your hashtag Amber Heard your bed. There's
God.
You know what I mean?
That's a foul image.
Grotesque.
Very grotesque.
It's like literally like you.
Here, let me reuse the Sentinel's comments from earlier.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know what you could do. You know, you would have to. Yeah, I don't know. I read that article. I was going over it. And I was like, there's nothing. There's not like why. So why even do it? Like you're stupid to even to not to more Morrison, but like to think.
No, I mean, hey, good for him. He's collecting a paycheck and whatnot. So,
but you know, like, oh God, this is the thing. Like, in people have said that, you know, because I take the stance that Script Trooper takes. Like, Ewan should be ashamed of himself that he's an executive producer, and then everybody will come out and say, well, you're stupid because executive producers don't have that much input on shows. Like, you know what? They may not have as much pull as, like, the director or the producer or whatnot, but like, he's the guy. So, therefore, he holds more leverage than you think. He could walk. Who are they going to get?
At least.
Who are they going to get to play him? Like, if he walks, that's the whole project scrapped.
Basically.
Like, so, he should be ashamed of himself. Like, plain and simple. That's it. That's all I have to say. Like, the damage has been done.
Absolutely.
But like Tamora Morrison, like if he, since he, he's the same thing. He may not have been an executive producer on the Book of Boba, but he played the character, so therefore he holds the leverage.
He has input.
He does.
I mean, like you said, it's like, again, I mean, yeah, they could go to. I keep forgetting the kid's name that played Kid Boba in Attack of the Clones, but I mean, they could maybe go to him and bring him in, but otherwise, it's like Tamora, though, is the more recognizable guy. He walks, yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, so Sentinels, I said the same thing to some trolls. See, they're all trolls. I agree with you.
Yeah, I have a visceral, I have a visceral to seeing anything Disney, Star Wars. I understand, dude. I have the same. I said the same thing to a troll. I said, shame on Ewan for not protecting Obi-Wan's characterization that was established by George Lucas. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, they. I mean, this was it. And then he says, "I got a bunch of Disney NPCs in the replies." I bet you did. Right. Daniel Logan, thank you. I was on the right. I just wasn't. I hesitated because I just wasn't 100%. No, I mean, basically, it's been now his character, right? Ewan McGregor is the de facto Obi-Wan for what it is, since we don't have Alec Guinness, R.I.P. Yeah. It's just like it's like a level his own responsibility for that character now.
I think what's more frustrating,
and that George is gone, it's even more so. It's like somebody's got to protect the legacy of these characters. Hamill stopped. We saw that because he's been appearing in the whole behind the scenes Mandalorian stuff to do the voice and crap, and now we got Ewan doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think what's even more, what irritates me even more than that is that you had Hayden. So you had two of them.
Somebody, I don't know who said this. It was either on Friday Night Tights or on the real BBC. They were talking about this, and they were saying that oh god, my brain just froze.
Yeah, brain fart
In epic proportions. What were you saying again? Repeat what you were saying.
I was just saying that, like, with Hayden, they had not only did they have
he's been effectively used as like marketing, because otherwise, what have we really seen of him other than in the Bacta tank or whatever? And it's like we have in the one little like mirage image that he saw, that Obi-Wan saw in what was it, episode 3.
Yeah.
And that's been the only thing that we really got to see, because supposedly he's in the suit, but not in the suit for some scene.
Well, unless they do a was it the fight scene between Ahsoka and Vader in Rebels, where she hits his cracks his helmet, and then so I guess more so I guess with Ian, like, Hayden could walk, but I guess if he's only in the suit and they're not gonna like show him on stage, then he may not hold as much leverage as I almost called him Obi, as much leverage as Ewan. But still, with Ewan coming back and him being an executive producer, shame on him. He should have not stood for this. And if that means you were giving up a paycheck, like, then so do. At least you can leave with your head held high and not cowering and bending the knee to the mouse.
That's probably accurate. Sentinel says Hayden is in the suit like 5 to 10% of the time. That's
so like, why even bring him back?
I'd say 5. I'd probably
then
say
why even
5.
Bring him back?
It doesn't make sense. It's pointless.
The dude in the Bacta tank does not look like Hayden. When they dropped his helmet down, which was a stupid scene. This is not like. In that scene,
that was some key jangling.
But it's not, because. So here's the argument: like, you only saw it in the Empire Strikes Back from the back. Like, no, because in the Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Jedi, you saw that he took the dome part of his helmet off and the mask was still on. So that doesn't make any sense. Well, was it the same suit? Shut up, guy. I don't care. There's no argument you can make. But like, even if so. What is this? Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, why didn't? Okay, Disney got caught for falsely advertising Hayden in the suit when one of Darth Vader's suit actors publicly called out Disney for not playing him despite working in the suit.
Oh, I think I saw.
Very
I was
interesting.
looking through, bounding into comics articles, and I saw that.
Did you see this?
I saw the article crop up. I'm like, what's this about? But I didn't. I thought we already, kind of.
Good on you, Sentinel. I did not know that.
Hang on. Let me find it again.
Well played,
yeah,
Sentinel. Well played indeed. Was it a tweet you found, or is it an article?
No, it was an article on bounding into comics. Here's some shit.
Ooh, sure.
I'm bringing it up right now.
That's interesting.
So yeah, Darth Vader's suit actor in Obi-Wan Kenobi claims Disney never paid me for my rehearsals or reshoots.
Interesting.
The mouse being the mouse.
Doesn't have his. Does he have the red eyes in this one? His red goggles.
Kinda does, yeah.
Whatever.
So stunt actor Demetrius Blavatsky, sorry, I butchered that. Who served as one of the three actors behind the suit of iconic Star Wars villain Darth Vader and Disney Obi-Wan Kenobi, has accused Disney of refusing to pay him for the time he spent doing rehearsals and reshoots in service of the show's production. Ooh. The Ukrainian-born Bystresky leveled his accusations against the entertainment conglomerate on May 28th, unconventionally releasing a series of statements, each of which appear to have either been written in his mobile phone's notes app or sent in conversation to an unknown individual by minting them as NFTs and offering them up for auction on popular NFT marketplaces OpenSea. That's funny.
Sorry, I had to get another brewski after this stupid article.
Oh, so that's what you're popping. Okay, I heard that.
It's my bubbly, not my brew. I don't drink. This is my bubbly. It gets me through stupidity.
Offering up his individual numbered series of statements under the set title of Truth, with 90% of proceeds going to relief efforts related to the current invasion of home country. Bystresky explained in his first piece, yeah, they never paid me for my rehearsals, and though I didn't want to do the reshoots because I didn't want to go into the darkness again, I'm glad I did because it allowed me to make peace with the character and stop fighting with him. Huh, interesting. They told me to think about the fans that they all called racist and other stupid shit.
So they did not pay him.
Apparently not. I did, he continued, and then after they didn't pay me for my promo shoot, I walked. See, somebody has some fucking balls over there.
This guy, shout out to what Bystresky.
They said it was a mistake and offered to pay me double for the reshoots. I just took the bare minimum and told them, but you got him to pay. You should have taken the offer, dude.
I would have taken triple.
And then told them I didn't want to work with them anymore.
But see, that's a man of integrity because he could have taken the double. It's like, no, just pay me for it, and then he
and then I'm done. I'm out. Peace. Bystresky then reflected on how this project was a monkey paw for me. I spent every moment and every penny training for it, and then every penny I earned to recover spiritually and emotionally from the role. Oof. And in the end, I didn't even earn a penny. I just survived and endured a year, he added. I haven't been able to fix the AC in my car, but now everyone will think that I'm rich and will get mad if I don't tip them enough, when in actuality I was already broke by the time we got to reshoots. Ooh, dude.
Shame on you, Disney, you shysters.
He further asserted that my contract was so bad that they didn't pay me overtime or meal penalties or forced calls, and they still turned around and took more. Dude. They never paid me for my rehearsals, which was in my contract, and because of it, I didn't qualify for insurance, so I had to pay out of pocket for all the PT and sports massage while training, he wrote, and I get less residuals because of it. Tom never paid me for them. I told you he did so that you wouldn't feel bad. It should be noted that the present, it is unclear who specifically the Tom in Bystreski's statement is referring to. In a follow-up statement, Bystreski declared, "But I'm going to walk away from this project. It has been a magic experience, but I also can't take any more with the disrespect and just simply no regards of human decency."
Wow.
Deborah Chow harnessing some of that Chinese energy there. I've been giving 1,000% in my training and trying to show up any way I can, he lamented. But I'm done being the bigger person. I'm living off my credit cards. I can't even look my landlord in the eyes because I haven't paid my full amount of rent for 5 months. Dude, this acting shit, it ain't easy.
No.
I can barely pay for my own food and gas. Dude, you're in California on top of it. Of course you can't. He claimed. I was called yesterday while I was at home to move my car because I was parked in someone else's spot. I'm Darth Vader and I can't even look the kindest man I know, a police officer, in the eyes because I can't pay my own rent. Dude, shouldn't this be a freaking bigger shit?
Yeah.
I mean, my God. Why? I mean, hypocrisy of the freaking media. I'm simply done, conceded Bystreski. I have nothing else to give. The actor ended his statement with a compliment to Obi-Wan Kenobi stunt coordinator Olga Sokolova, praising Olga is a master. I am a master. People don't even understand the level of discipline it takes to achieve. Offering up further insight into his time as Darth Vader in a subsequent NFT line titled "Hurt and Mistreatment," Bystreski sought to clarify that they were having us rehearse and train in 16, the soundstage, on the dirty floor that never once got swept, next to a pile of trash that was there for a couple of weeks, with a $5 bathroom mirror from IKEA and a cheap black bear mask. Oh, God, what? And we were trying to make do with the equipment and trying to address the notes that director Deborah Chad gave us while being hyper cognitive of who was walking by, because there were random construction workers, PAs, even a COVID compliance officer meeting happened during one of our sessions, the actor said. He continued, while everyone is watching us train, we weren't sure who could see us rehearse bits from scenes we've worked on and who couldn't. So we would have to go through start and stops every time people we didn't know were walking through. That's got to be obnoxious as hell. One time the light got shut off on us in the stunt space mid-session. What a clown show. I mean, how are they allowing this sort of shit to happen? I mean, wow. And I think there's bad communication at our workplace. Good Lord.
How dare you? No, there's not.
And we went to 16 only to find it was full of background people and we didn't feel comfortable at all training in front of them. Bystreski said, so the whole time we were wondering if this was happening because we are both Russian. Oh. Because the tension between the two countries are escalating, he elaborated, we were both thinking that has nothing to do with us. We are just trying to show up and give the character and Deb the respect that they deserve. I wanted to clarify that. Whew. This is seriously why. I mean, dude, this dude should lawyer up. If he hasn't, he freaking should.
Why do you think? That's probably why they tried to pay him double so he wouldn't.
Probably.
Let's see here.
I was continuing on. Amidst a number of additional NFTs wherein the stunt actor can be seen allowing himself to express more personal and emotional reactions to the situation, Bystreski eventually informed fans, My agent warned me that I was walking a slippery slope and that I might not be able to work with them again. And I said, recalled the actor, why would I want to work with a company that exploits me? They'll just do it again. Good. Yeah, you got some sense on you. You won't last long at all. Let's just teach them that they can't do this to everyone, and some people cannot be bought or replaced. See, now, if we had, some actual movement from the likes of big names, things would change. Would you be able to look into why my contract still hasn't been honored and I haven't been paid for my rehearsals exceeding the initial 15 freebies? Ooh, dude, never do freebies.
Bruh.
He concluded, I know Disney is strapped for cash right now, but 31 unpaid 4-hour rehearsal requests by the director seems a little excessive. Thanks. Asking for myself, Bystrovsky signed off. Ultimately, Bystrovsky ended his series of accusatory reveals by 3 images and beginning with a redacted image of his supposed contract, which confirms that including his return for the last 2 episodes of the season, he was set to receive a guaranteed compensation of $50,000. So yeah, this is some of it here. If you're watching, you can see it. Followed by a redacted pay stub for June 27th, 2021 to July 3rd, 2021, confirming he was paid a base of $5,000 USD for the period of which $3,557.68 USD was deducted due to various taxes. Welcome to California. Leaving him with a net pay of $1,442.42. Bro. Yeah, they ream you good, so I got the hell out. And finally, another statement showing that with an additional $500 USD deducted for his managing talent agency, Kazarian Measures Riskin and Associates Inc., the actor took home just $942.42 for the week's physically demanding work. What do you make of Bystrovsky's accusations? Let us know your thoughts on social media or in the comments down below. God dang! He got reamed hard.
He did.
I mean, good for him for at least walking away from all that shit. But I mean, dude, I should have held out for more. Or definitely should lawyer up and see what kind of damage you can try and do. But then lawyers are also equally freaking expensive with the whole get out.
No, I mean, unless you get, I mean, they're all shysters. Unless you find, one that, I don't know, you'd be hard pressed to find one that's not out to. They're almost as bad as what laundry sharks.
Oh, definitely, it's right up there, right? Freaking loan sharks and
loan sharks. Yeah.
Used car salesmen and shit like that, all about as greasy.
Bring back the Kirby salesmen, the men of integrity.
Dude. So yeah, the Sentinel. Disney got caught for falsely advertising Hayden in the suit. Oh wait, we
talked about that. Yeah.
The suit actor is 6'6", and the actor who does the lightsaber fighting is 6'4". Can't possibly be Hayden because he's 6'1". Yeah, I think we went on. We talked about that like last episode or two.
Yeah, like David Prowse was 6'6".
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were comparing the original. Yeah. This is the biggest bait and switch Disney Star Wars has ever pulled. To be honest, it's freaking up there, right? Especially with the fact that Kenobi isn't even freaking Kenobi. No. Kennedy promised the fans she'd reunite Ewan and Hayden for a rematch for the ages. That was a freaking lie. Well, we still got 2 more episodes, so I'm guessing.
Is it 6? Is it 6 or 7? Is it 6?
6. It's 6. Ugh. So we've got 2 more episodes to go, and any time between now and then, we're potentially getting the rematch of the century. I'm gonna guess the 5th episode will be probably him, Obi-Wan getting more in tuned. I don't know. But But yeah, that's my only guess. And then the finale will be the big fight.
What happens with Reva? Who kills Reva?
I mean, if the leaks turn out to be real, it's probably gonna be what, Darth Vader that kills
He
her.
had his shot.
I would prefer it if it was like a scene where she gets called on her shit. She's maybe trying to take out Vader, but it's the Grand Inquisitor that gets to come in and finish the job. But
once it's other stuff, yeah.
I was just kind of going. I was going to into it. Sentinel. Since we're stuck with this shit show of a Disney Plus series, all I hope they do is show that flashback of Obi-Wan and Anakin early in the Clone Wars when he was still a Padawan dueling in the temple. Yeah. Well, that was like what a lot of people were hoping for with this series, was that we were going to get more flashbacks to either Order 66 or maybe more some of them fleshing out. I mean, it could have been even taking some scenes from the book and turning them into actual scenes, and then we get that reconnection of the two characters together on screen for a little bit, but yeah, and yeah, Ostrovsky got royally screwed. Poor guy. No, the whole thing is one gigantic shit show. Just one thing after another. One thing after another. It's just amazing.
It's stupid I even asked this because we'll eventually see it, but like, how do you wrap this up in 2 episodes?
I don't know. I really don't.
The next one is going to be the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and then Rev is going to get killed in episode 6? Or does she Is she survive, and then the next this will be their next project is the Reva
Well, I
show?
mean, what there was they're putting out statements that they want to do a Reva show. I have that one too. Up. So yeah, exclusive over on Screen Geek. Obi-Wan Kenobi Reva spin-off series in the works for Disney Plus, because everyone was screeching for this.
I saw this one.
Yeah. Disney Plus series Obi-Wan Kenobi has become one of the most successful shows on the streaming platform thus far. While the book of Boba Fett didn't quite pan out as Disney had hoped, it's clear that there's still plenty of appeal of the Star Wars brand. Everyone just keeps hoping that it's not going to be freaking dog water, but they just keep proving us right that it is.
Yeah.
As such, there are already a variety of other Star Wars shows on the horizon, including many more in development, like we went over earlier. Now it appears that we can add Obi-Wan Kenobi spin-off centered around the character Reva to that list. Yay! And if you hate it, you're racist.
Well, yeah. That makes no sense. So let's accuse everybody of being racist. We're gonna bring this character Reva into the show, and then we're gonna kill her off.
No, it was funny. It was interesting too. Not funny. It was just more interesting.
And funny.
And funny, I guess. Yeah, you got that, that humor bone there. No, it was Open Airlock, his recent video that he did, which is called Disney Lucasfilm's Game of Smoke and Mirrors with quote racist fans. And like he pointed out in his video, they didn't say how, because they had the tweet that they sent out. We are proud to welcome Moses Ingram to the Star Wars family and excited for Reva's story to unfold. When they didn't even do that to like the first announcements of her character or anything like that. It was only to promote this whole, basically attack on the fan base, calling them racist because they were already going, she's shit.
Right.
Just flat. Just plain and simple. It's a poor. just a poor job in general. She's not a well-written character, poorly acted. It's just all of the things.
Again, PSA that has nothing to do with her skin color.
Don't have to say it. It's just the fact of the matter. It's
right.
Just a poor portrayal, poor everything. I mean, it's not in this. It is the thing. It's not just her character. Like we've already been pointing out, there's Obi-Wan. There's
There's not a well-written character in this show.
Yeah.
Well, I did see a rock that was pretty. I did see a rock on wherever they were at.
None of their performances are very good either. Even Ewan.
Yeah.
It's not been good. It's not good. No. But yeah, like he pointed out in his video, it was like, it's funny that they don't welcome her earlier, but they wait for this whole incident to go down to make their bold little statement. If anyone intends to make her feel in any way unwelcome, we have one thing to say: we resist. Right. Yeah, the big corporation resisting.
That reminded me of Pablo Hidalgo.
Oh, that freaking twat. So yeah, a Riva show. Yay.
So do you think they're gonna make one or no?
They might be waiting to see how this will all finally pan out, but it wouldn't shock me. We're getting an Andor show, for God's sakes, and I don't recall anyone really asking for his kid.
When I watched Rogue One, I couldn't wait for him to die. I was waiting.
I remember when I first watched it, I was hoping for him to die. I didn't know what the hell was gonna happen. And then him and what's her face went down in a nuclear explosion. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. I can go with this. Right. Bye. I don't have to see you ever again. Yay. Oh, Jesus. No, it's just one bad thing after another, man.
I just asked it. Like, I don't know how they wrap up. You literally have 2 episodes that are 38 minutes. I'm assuming we're going to be, unless they do like an hour for the last one. They might. I don't know. The first one was 54 minutes, so let's say they do an hour for the last one. Like, I don't know how you wrap it up in 2 episodes.
I don't know either.
It's the same approach with the Book of Boba we know like the pacing was just dog water. And then you had to run, so then towards the end of the last 2 episodes, I felt like they had to pack all this stuff in.
Well, in the 3rd episode, they had in so much stupid padding that was unnecessary. It would have flowed better if they just cut out portions of that, especially him messing around with the stupid gate that he could have just walked around.
Oh,
God.
Yeah,
no, it's again. Yeah, they again have kind of some pacing issues with these shows. It's
and then, do we ever see Luke? Does he ever go back to Tatooine? Do we see Luke? We know what's going on with Luke. It's all about Leia.
Well, how are they going to tie? Yeah, they're going to suddenly give Leia amnesia or something?
No, they're gonna the Men in Black. What is it? The
mind wipey thing.
Yeah, that's what they got.
Come in.
This isn't the Leia Organa that you're looking for.
Oh.
I don't know, but it makes no sense. And what we were saying, like when she sends a message, like how do you not remember somebody who saved
the guy that saved your life?
Yeah, literally. So.
Well, that's the whole problem with all this, right? I mean, from the get-go, it was going downhill. Just one issue after another, and then I was watching A New Hope on Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday night. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna properly watch this, pay attention to as much as I can. And it was just called Even from the Get. When Obi-Wan saves Luke from the Tuskens, and he sits down with Luke. Not just is it, that is a name I have not heard in some time. It's also then followed up by, I haven't gone by the name Obi-Wan since well before you were born.
Right.
And now everyone's referring to him as Obi-Wan. He's going by Obi-Wan, or even in this episode, the one guy refers to him as General. So Apparently,
It just-
somebody knows him from the Clone Wars time, I guess.
Had to have.
I mean, to know he was a general, yeah, but it's... It really does... I mean, I think I had an article, too, about the writers. The head writer hadn't even watched the prequel trilogy, and clearly showed he hasn't even watched the original trilogy either, to make these basic bitch mistakes like that.
Was this the article that? Oh, what was it? Where he didn't like he's like, yeah. Obi-Wan didn't know that Anakin was Vader, and then like in Episode 3, it literally has the hollow recording of.
There's
Sidious.
been that, yeah. There's been that floating around. Yeah, because it was
It's
supposedly
like
it was apparently though more to the case of him finding out that Vader was still alive after Mustafar. But there have been people that have been making the point that he did know. And I mean, you can even take it from let's see if I got it. I mean, if I recall right too, maybe it was OG Star where she had posted it. It was the clipping from the book, from the Revenge of the Sith book, where this Obi-Wan is kind of weighing his options after turning Anakin into a human kebab.
Yeah.
But he decides to leave it to the will of the Force. So, I mean, even to some degree, he probably shouldn't have been too shocked to be like, "Oh, yeah, that motherfucker lived, and he is alive." But I mean, 10 years. How does the basically that he's the hand of Palpatine, to use that? How is the enforcer for the Empire not well known and not the information about? I mean, like people pointed out, they clearly knew about the Inquisitors, and the people of Tatooine knew about the Inquisitors. So you're telling me they didn't know about Vader?
Yeah. Apparently. These writers are genius, man. The best writers ever. It's just so stupid. It makes no sense.
Incredibly so.
It's painful. It's painful. Let's see here. Let's see. Did you cover this one? Let's see here. Look what it says. Since we're stuck on. Oh, I think you read that one.
Yeah,
we
already went through all the
Yeah, we got it. Good. All right.
We're caught up on that front. Did we there was this little article. Why
Why
did the Star Wars hotel flop? Disney is desperate to find out.
I don't know. Maybe because you charged $5,000.
Yeah, Disney is pouring money into focus groups all about the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel. Go to the real people that are reporting on this, you idiots. Not your drooling idiot sycophants. Get some real feedback. Oh wait, no, you don't want that. So yeah, a year ago in August, word got out that Disney was about to launch a fully immersive Star Wars experience at Disney World. It sounded like the perfect getaway for a Star Wars superfan, but that's not what ended up happening. Now Disney is trying to figure out why the incredibly expensive hotel flopped. I think you got your answer right there, boyo. And then the company is spending even more money to try and find out why. According to Disneyland News, the company is looking to understand why their first fully immersive hotel experience was so bad that no one wanted to book a stay. So now some guests who have previously stayed at the Galactic Star Cruiser and completed a survey after their stay are being asked to join a paid focus group so Disney can learn more about their experience. Essentially, they're paying even more money to try and find out why their Star Wars hotel was seemingly a flop. Again, per Disneyland News, former guests received an email titled "Invitation to participate in research for Disneyland Resort." where they were asked if they'd be willing to share what went wrong. Invited guests will need to complete a 5-minute survey by email before being selected to participate in a focus group. The publication reported the 5-minute survey was only about Walt Disney World, although the email title would reference Disneyland Resort. Focus group they're being asked to participate in is a 90-minute virtual session that will take place during the last week of June. Participants will be paid $175 via Disney gift card. Oh, yay.
How much?
For their time. $175.
Ooh.
So just enough to maybe buy a t-shirt.
Or I was going to say a pair of ears and 2 churros.
Yeah, exactly. Publication points out that the location noted on the survey doesn't match the location of Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, but wondered whether the email was incorrect or if it's pointing to early research into a similarly immersive experience at Disney World. Either way, it's probably smart that the company is looking for feedback on its immersive hotel. There was early criticism when first look photos were released ahead of the hotel opening. The concern stemmed from the small hotel rooms and the whole experience of being indoors, and that's ultimately the criticism that was heard when the hotel opened on March 1st. The booking stalled. Hopefully the company will be able to learn enough to make it work. The idea of a fully immersive hotel sounds really cool. Maybe the Force will be with Disney this time around. I mean, they'd have to basically redo that whole thing. Especially from some of the footage that we saw that came out of that whole shit show.
But why are you trying to salvage? Like, I don't get it. Why are you trying to salvage it? Or are they? Is it more they're just trying to figure out like what went wrong? But it should be pretty obvious what went wrong. You were charging $5,000+ for 2-night stay, and it had nothing to do with Star Wars.
Yeah, it was their Star Wars, right? So, but good God,
Did you just see what I put?
no, what did you?
Just stupid.
Here, let me see if I can try and share that.
If not, I can share it. How stupid is this?
The twirly lightsaber. Yeah.
Explain to
Good
me
God.
how this works.
How what works? The lightsaber or the?
This lightsaber.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, the whole idea is goofy as hell. It's supposedly it's supposed to help for the untrained, slightly untrained Inquisitors, because they're not supposed to be fully Sith or anything.
Listen, I'm not the smartest cookie in the crown box, but I physically don't know how this thing works.
No, neither do I. The whole spinning thing it's all stupid. It really is like the most
Dog water. That's okay. You can say it.
It's a dog water thing that was just meant to be a toy seller completely, 110%. Because otherwise, I don't know how else to freaking explain it.
Yeah, let's see here. Do we have Daviaso is still not on? He must still be wrapping up.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be here about now.
He must still be on his date. Let's see. We can go over the John F. Trent one. Remember trying to justify it? Yeah, trying to justify Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't think we went over that one yet.
justify Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Star Wars story group member attempts to justify Obi-Wan Kenobi. Not.
Oh, good God. Why did I not see this one?
This was further up in the in our Discord.
Oh. Yeah, I think we lightly touched on that.
Did we? I can't remember if we touched on that or not.
Oops, wrong one. All right, bring it up now. Star Wars story group member attempts to justify Obi-Wan Kenobi not knowing Darth Vader is alive, and Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus show accuses critics of lying.
How dare you?
Well, this is more the piss poor way you guys went about it. Star Wars story group member Pablo Hidalgo, referred to as a mad genius by Obi-Wan Kenobi writer Joby Harold, recently attempted to justify the canon-breaking revelation in the series that Kenobi did not know that Darth Vader is alive. Obi-Wan Kenobi writer Joby Harold recently implied he did not know that Obi-Wan Kenobi knew that Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader, while also claiming that Kenobi didn't know Darth Vader was alive following their battle on Mustafar. Harold spoke with The Wrap, telling the publication that he didn't originally pitch Kenobi, not knowing that Darth Vader survived their battle. Why does Disney keep hiring these freaking idiots that don't know piss all about Star Wars?
It's all they. I don't know. It's
what do they put in for their resumes, for God's sakes?
I feel like it's just at this point in time intentional.
Jesus. That was actually not something I pitched originally, Harold stated. That was something I discovered along the way and sort of had to confirm with Pablo Hidalgo and really think, hold on a second, what does he actually know? Maybe watch the freaking movies and find out what he knows. Do some basic research, dude. Harold then listed off a string of questions implying he and Lucasfilm did not realize that Kenobi knows that Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader. Harold questioned, does he know the moniker Vader? What would that mean? Can he associate the two? What was he cognizant of? How isolated is he? Where's Vader at that time? Where's his reputation and how well known is he? And all those pieces of the puzzle. Clearly, Kenobi knew that Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader, as in Revenge of the Sith, Kenobi views security footage that shows Darth Sidious referring to Anakin as Lord Vader. Sidious says, "You have done well, my new apprentice. Now, Lord Vader, go and bring peace to the Empire."
Must have missed that part.
Must have been checking his phone or something. In fact, shortly after viewing the security footage, Yoda even tells Kenobi, twisted by the dark side young Skywalker has become. The boy you trained, gone he is, consumed by Darth Vader. Harold would then explain to The Wrap why he wanted Kenobi to discover Darth Vader was still alive in the show. The great piece of storytelling you can use is getting you into play the moment of realization that which haunts him is still alive, and what does that mean for him? There were many avenues that I could take him down, all of which hopefully are good opportunities to tease. Out story as we continue. But it all comes down to, is it viable within canon to play that card, which it was. What canon are you really concerned about, dude? Because I'm failing to see what you're really concerned about with what's been presented in this show.
I don't think they know what canon is.
You've been pissing it all down the river. which is great because that allows you, at the end of episode 2 and the beginning of 3, it gets you so much that feels essential to the fundamental story, which is Obi-Wan, Vader, that which haunts you. Facing the past, everything that comes to fruition in 3 and beyond, he continued. It was a good day when we realized we could use it and do it. It made the story active, especially for the viewer that isn't as familiar with canon as we all are, he added. In Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 2, it's revealed by the Inquisitor Reva to Kenobi that Darth Vader is still alive. As he attempts to locate Kenobi in Hangar Bay, Reva tells him, "I'm just going to take you to him. Lord Vader will be pleased." It's at this moment that the show reveals that Kenobi didn't realize Vader was still alive, as after a brief shot of Kenobi's emotions upon hearing Reva's taunting, it returns to Reva, who says, "You didn't know. He's alive. He's alive, Obi-Wan. Anakin Skywalker is alive." And we pointed out the problems with that bullshit. However, Obi-Wan Kenobi knew that Darth Vader was still following their battle on Mustafar. This is made abundantly clear during a conversation between Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in Return of the Jedi. When Luke questions Kenobi about the other Yoda spoke of, Kenobi tells Luke, spoke of is your twin sister. Luke retorts, "But I have no sister." Kenobi then explains, "To protect you both from the Emperor, you were hidden from your father when you were born. The Emperor knew, as I did, if Anakin were to have any offspring, they would be a threat to him. That is the reason why your sister remains safely anonymous," Kenobi stated. Despite the revelation in Disney Plus Obi-Wan Kenobi series clearly contradicting this scene from Return of the Jedi, Pablo Hidalgo attempted to justify the canon-breaking change. Hidalgo wrote on Twitter, "Seeing a lot of people lying about the story, Obi-Wan Kenobi knowing that Vader was alive and turning it into a story about Obi-Wan knowing that Anakin was Vader. Who knows why? Impossible to say. Money, dollar signs." In response to Twitter user Stefan H2O Man, who pointed to the scene in Revenge of the Sith where Kenobi sees the security footage, Hidalgo wrote, "Of course he knows he's Vader. He didn't know he survived. That's been the status quo since 2005. This guy's just all over the place.
It's like Squirrel.
Yeah.
Having a conversation. Oh, look, Squirrel.
However, we know this is simply not true, given Kenobi explains to Luke that he and Leia were separated at birth to hide them from their father. If Kenobi thought Vader was dead, there would be no reason to separate them at birth to hide them from their father. Kenobi would have said hide them from the Emperor rather than their father. Hidalgo then attempted to justify it by claiming no one on Tatooine had heard of Darth Vader. It's not that hard to figure out why Tatooine never heard of him. Luke didn't know the name in Episode 4, and he was dreaming of going to the Imperial Academy. Hidalgo would then double down on his claim that Kenobi did not know Vader was dead, despite Return of the Jedi proving that notion false. Twitter user @ATGcast shared one of his tweets that read, "Bounding into comics referencing this scene and trying to make the case that Kenobi didn't know that Anakin is Vader, but Reva is only telling him in part 2 that he's still alive and looking for him. Obi-Wan had every reason to believe he died 10 years ago. Yes, he knows he's Vader." Hidalgo replied, it's all pretty transparent. As for why Hidalgo believes this despite Return of the Jedi making it clear it's not true, Hidalgo implies that George Lucas told James Luceno about it in a novel that Lucasfilm claims is no longer canon and marked Legends. He told Twitter user Lung Fu Cthulhu, It was exactly Lucino's novel that got the answer from up on high as to whether or not Kenobi knew. See, it's always they threw away Legends like it was yesterday's garbage, and yet they want to go sifting into yesterday's garbage for when they want to pull shit like this.
Yeah.
Make up your goddamn minds, people. In Lucino's novel, Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader, he also writes as if Kenobi doesn't know Vader survived their battle on Mustafar. It reads, had he been wrong to let Anakin die there? Could he have been redeemed, as Padme had believed to the last? These were questions that plagued him more deeply than he would have ever thought possible. However, in Lucino's novel, Kenobi doesn't discover that Vader is alive from Reva. He realizes it from a news report on the HoloNet while at a cantina on Anchorhead. Lucino wrote, the bursts of static that accompanied the reporter's mention of the figures identify that that might have surged from Obi-Wan's brain. Still chilled by the earlier announcement about the Jedi, he was now paralyzed by sudden dread. He couldn't have heard what he thought he heard. He whirled to the spaceport worker. What did he say? Who is that? Lord Vader, the man said, all but into his glass of brandy. A little bit later, Lucino wrote, Vader. Obi-Wan muttered, Vader's alive. Still later, Lucino wrote, as impossible as it seemed, Anakin had survived Mustafar and had resumed the Sith title of Darth Vader. How could Obi-Wan have been so foolish as to bring Luke here, of all worlds? Anakin's homeworld, the grave of his mother, the home of his only family members. Yep. But then that also gets kind of cleared up with, the other little EU content.
I like what you said about, Legends is yesterday's garbage, but yet they keep going back to yesterday's garbage to create stories that have already been created.
Either create stories or to use it as their own gotcha moments of, see, we're paying attention or whatever.
I think they're just so stupid they can't come up with anything themselves.
Oh, no, I agree with that 100%.
I mean, you'll see it in this next episode that that we're gonna be reviewing. They even did it with, but like I said, like The Force Awakens was just basically a copycat of A New Hope. It's like,
right.
So there's a lot of stuff that I felt that they had taken from this last episode. From King. Oh yeah. Nostalgia bait, member berries.
So Daviaso will not be joining us tonight.
Oh, he will not? Okay.
Yeah, so we can get into the review now.
Shyster.
Okay, sorry, I was just writing a reply to him. All right. Oh, this is if I had known that, I wish we would have just done the note taking because I don't want to watch this.
Oh well, but it's almost better to do it this way. I feel like because we can go through the pain together.
Yeah, and then we'll maybe actually pause it and kind of make our comments if we want, or just let it go, whatever works.
Or just have a yelling match like Raging Rhino.
Exactly.
When I watched this comment, I had to literally pause it every couple sentences because he's just
going off.
Just going off, man. He's like, "No, we gotta save this for casual rage." Because I watched when it came, he did it, I think Wednesday, so it was like a shortened clip. It was like 16 minutes versus his normal casual rage. But yeah, ugh. And I hadn't watched it. I don't think I'd watched it when I watched his review yet.
Oh, is that right?
I think I had started it, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Let's see. Pull Discord. All right.
All right. And let me know if you can hear it or not. Can you hear it?
Hold on.
Angry Outburst Slayer. Are you getting it?
I'm trying, dude. It's not. I wonder why it's not letting me connect.
It shows
under
you.
gen-
Yeah, I see you in general chat.
Hold on.
I'm just right now letting the recap. Oh God.
Technical difficulties. Oh. No, that's not what I want to do. So I'm in here. It's not playing, though.
It's not showing anything?
Mm-mm.
That's weird.
Hold on. It could be... Okay, there we go. Go ahead.
It's still going.
Okay.
The question is, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear it? All right. It's going.
Oh,
LucasFilm.
joy.
Oh, joy.
What's up with all these droids?
What was with the table? I didn't understand. I'm like, what?
I just saw that.
Obi-Wan.
BioWan Kenobi.
BioWan Kenobi, yep. Now they're going to be doing the little parallels between the two.
Gosh. Stay with us.
I don't think I want to. I want out of this series.
Yeah.
Just let me die.
I'm dying of third
Especially
degree
you,
burns.
stupid droid. Go die. Yeah, we're all groaning in pain. Okay, so... oh, wait. Yeah. I was watching Empire Strikes Back as well after A New Hope. When Luke is dropped into the Bacta tank, he has a nose clip
Yeah.
to keep water from getting into his nose. Where is
Yeah.
it for Obi-Wan? He doesn't have it. And I don't even think
He uses the Force.
Boba Fett had it.
Using the Force.
Oh, right. The Force solves everything.
Yes, because it's female.
Uh-huh. I wanted to die. Good question for you, man. You shouldn't have left her.
What if it's like you're on Jakku?
Oh no. Yeah, and now Alderaan is under suspicion of harboring traitors. Congratulations. You guys couldn't even keep your cover for another 10 years. See? And now she knows directly Obi-Wan's name. Putting that final nail in the freaking coffin. I don't want to be here, but Disney paid me a lot of money. Oh, he name dropped Coruscant. He name dropped Coruscant. We gotta have that as an Easter egg for our video.
I think that was one of them.
That was one of them. That's why I say that.
Though I missed that one.
I didn't even care when I heard it. Like, that's just normal dialogue for me. It's not an Easter egg. It's just called that's dialogue. It's like this. They just had to get this stupid trope in for Obi-Wan to, say, you don't know what the Empire's like, and then just to give the opportunity for the guy to explain. He knows exactly how, like he knows exactly how bad it is. This is also called. But wait, so yeah, Obi-Wan, how bad do you know the Empire is acting when you've been shitting in a cave for 10 years?
Right.
Man, that was a quick face turn.
Wow. Oh, look at this. Where's Mon Mothma?
I mean, this is just a random rebel cell group, right? So Mon Mothma wouldn't be here.
No, I meant like them using the holonet or the hologram.
Oh. So what was it? Raging Rhino, I think it was. I was pointing out. How is it that you can have somebody so ingrained? Okay, it's either Uber Geek, Raging Rhino, or Script Trooper. Either of the three that we're talking about this. You have somebody that's so in deep with the Empire that they can get these kind of schematics, and then they know exactly all of Vader's movements. Dude,
the teeth.
what?
Yeah.
Well, why haven't you made a strike yet?
Right. I love that they use the T-47.
The snow speeders?
Yeah.
Yeah, that apparently... we'll get to that point. Oh, no, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just say it. It's like a magical snow speeder. Because we've seen the little pilot seats. It's cramped for 2 grown adults. How did you fit 1 plus an additional 3 in there? 2 grown adults and then the kid. Unless everyone was sitting on Obi-Wan's lap? I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
he wants to be her dad, so it's fine.
So he was able to lift Leia, or stop Leia from falling, but he can't move that little screw or whatever the hell he's trying to levitate just now.
Yeah.
And random rebel girl is giving him inspiration. Yay! Not a pep talk from Qui-Gon or anything like that.
Listen, if you were Qui-Gon watching this series, you'd be quiet too.
True.
Yes, handcuff a 10-year-old because she's an escape artist.
Well, did you see how well she escaped those thugs on Alderaan, and then escaped from Obi-Wan when she ran from him? God, I mean, when she wants to run, she can run. What is asking a 10-year-old going to do you any good? She's been on Alderaan her whole life until you kidnapped her. Like, she's going to know anything about this crap? Her dad would be the person you'd want to interrogate if you really want to interrogate someone. Unless this is all part of her master plan to wait it out. I don't fucking... It can't be all over because we still have 2 more episodes. Have you seen some of the images of people comparing this, the whole Inquisitorious place to like the way it was presented in Jedi Fallen Order? And how much better it looked in the game than it does in this show?
Yeah.
Like, good God.
Yeah.
Imperial taking a little looky-loo. Now here comes this bullshit scene.
Please remove all your weapons as you go through security.
No, this is the thing. Okay, she tries to claim that how she's here for... She's a spy or whatever, top secret intel. She's here to bring it to somebody. And why didn't he go, okay, tell me exactly who your commanding officer is. We'll verify you. That right there should have just basically stopped it and gotten her shot right there.
Maybe she's force sensitive and she's using the force right now.
God damn you. God damn you. All because she applies a little bit of pressure to him. He caves like a little
Listen, she's
bitch.
a woman. This seemed like she's a woman. That's why he cowers.
He's a ginger too, so they gotta demasculate him.
Well, they have no soul.
Well, yeah, but you know, you can at least try and go against that
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I'm so sorry.
This just she should have been shot dead right then and there. She had no names to give. That should have been it. Done. Oh, seal collapse. She's using the same little communicator Luke and them did when they were on the Death Star.
Right. Oh, look, he's using Qui-Gon's breathing device.
Yeah, they both use that same breathing device.
How's he hearing underwater?
The Force.
Screw you. He's going in through the
I thought they were gonna
tank.
waste time and have that like weird like mutant starfish thing attack him.
Yeah.
Man, it sounds wet in there. Struggle, Snuggle.
Stranger danger.
How is he not? Somebody else pointed this out. How is he not completely dripping wet? Does he have like
the Force?
Does his? I was gonna say, does his cloak thing have like that dry off system like in Back to the Future 2 when Marty just activated his jacket and just dried him out.
I love this Kylo Ren mind reading.
This is so God. No, they again the misunderstanding of what people can do with force powers. It's like, God damn it.
Oh, here's another drop.
We don't care. You're not that interesting.
Lola.
So when did she have time to put the tracker on the device?
Just now. She used the force speed to slow down time.
So again, the force.
The force, yeah. Especially because she's a female. How are they not overhearing this conversation? Like, do you think
I'm like, you know, they're having an awfully loud conversation between the two of them. How is nobody else like kind of looking over more often and be like, what's going on?
You're like so inconspicuous right here.
Thought they're gonna play a little hanky panky.
So bad. That almost the same shot in A New Hope.
Well, and what's funny too is what gets shown is, you know, here this commanding officer comes over and says, I need it, basically, you know, give me identification. I need to have a word with you, and walks off, but then she's the only one that comes back?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess everybody else, they resolved it, but it still seems like a little weird, killing the guy, leaving him right there, out in the open. It's not like she stuffed him in a locker or something, and good lord, the stormtroopers really can't see shit.
Yeah, they
I
can't
saw that
shoot.
scene, and I'm like, how did they not see him? I mean, I've been playing Jedi Outcast recently. Stormtroopers have been able to find me just fine.
Oh, they saw you a lot last night.
Sure, they've been a little deaf and couldn't hear me killing their friends, but they could see me just fine.
This scene.
Oh yeah. Him doing the little force like nudge on an object to distract them.
This over there move.
See, he's getting reconnected with the force. Your mother. There was a guy sitting near there too, and there's two or three of them. They didn't hear that scuffle.
No.
I mean, Jesus, her killing skills makes you gotta give a run for Agent 47's job.
Right.
She literally just ran into these people a day ago. What is she gonna know?
I have to tell my father.
Aw, nice try. This is just copying A New Hope, isn't it? Because they're trying to get a location out of her.
Right.
Again, just like in A New Hope.
So her saying, so Leia saying Dantooine, yeah. Her saying, Leia saying they're on Dantooine is her saying, you know, the equivalent for saying, well, I'll have to tell my father. This scene, literally. Oh, looks like the same lighting as Empire Strikes Back with Han and the Han and Bespin. The carbonite freezing chamber.
All I could think is how similar well, we'll get to that point.
This scene.
Oh,
so you should pause it
in the
real quick.
weird.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe not, but. Oh, look, it's Tara Sanoob.
Yeah, this is, again, more key jangling to go, hey, see, look.
Do you see the one that looked like Mace Windu in there?
I saw them mention that in a video you sent me. I'm like, no, I don't see it.
We'll see if it says it. I don't know who that is.
I don't know either.
She said something. They said that, yeah, I don't know who that one was, but I think the one behind them looks like Mace Windu, apparently. Oh, look, it's the youngling Anakin.
How did they get a youngling? How? This is a problem with all of this. God. As it was basically made very clear. Anakin and the 501st did not leave any stones unturned. They just wiped that place clean.
So
are these
Jedi supposed to be alive or are they dead?
I don't know. Maybe alive. Who knows?
In stasis. That's why
dead.
that's what they were saying, alive in stasis, and that's why they were saying there was one of them looked like Mace Windu.
Oh God.
So he's coming back. He survived the fall.
Shut up.
Oh, look at all the lightsabers.
I'm not doing that again. I'm not.
Oh, the Mace Windu? No, he's coming back, dude. 100%. Look at all the lightsabers that they've collected.
Very good.
She sounds like she's crying every time she talks.
Basically. Now this scene.
Oh, Force Unleashed 2.
Yeah, exactly. When I first saw it, I'm like, this looks familiar.
Well, so it's Force Unleashed 2 and then Jedi Fallen because he had, like, literally, I didn't know lightsaber, like, his lightsaber apparently can't slash anything. Like, no
at least
limbs.
in Force Unleashed 2, him double striking people made sense because he had 2 freaking lightsabers.
Yeah, but that was like a play on Jedi Fallen Order because when you play that game, you literally have to hit them like 4 times to kill them. Oh, there you go. I know.
You're copying the bad parts. Old man.
He's not Alex Guinness old. Oh, look, the probe droid.
You know, before he was being awfully cautious, and then caution just kind of went to the wind.
Oh, the Death Star alarm.
Oh, it's just the general sound for alarm.
This, like, you literally hit so bad. You literally knock him in his helmet.
Just slap him in the helmet. So wait, he turns his back and he's still not getting shot.
No, of course not.
I mean, he's so out of shape for doing his Jedi stuff.
Six.
How
He's
is he
literally standing there.
Yeah,
deflecting
so
6.
Rhino pointed out guy shoots like 6 times in the same spot.
Oh, so bad. Oh, look at the Perch Trooper.
No, I was hardly paying attention to the troopers or anything. I'm just like, just get me through this, please.
Yeah, the Fallen Order, like the Perch Troopers. Oh, look. We're about to have what? A Fallen Jedi scene.
I'm wondering how much of that was actually intentional and how much it was just by accident that they just happen to copy certain scenes.
It's 100% intentional because they can't come up with anything.
Good point.
Look at this. Literally Vader in Fallen Order. Vader did the same thing.
Right, yeah, they showed that scene in that clip. And I haven't played the game in a while, so I kind of forgot.
Yeah. Great, yeah. Oh, we can't get the door open. But there's enough of a crack to shoot.
Yeah, there is. Oh, there he goes. Start shooting. Oh, he's deflecting now.
Let me direct the water towards you.
When then Obi-Wan here suddenly becomes Sonic the Hedgehog. Jesus. Just gets right through them doors.
Conveniently.
Way ahead of the water.
This scene. Oh my.
Oh, God.
Ugh. What else are you smuggling?
Oh, Jesus.
Because that doesn't look.
He doesn't look inconspicuous at all. Hey, it's our fat Imperial brother.
Like for a massive alarm going off.
See this?
You know, for an alarm going off, everybody's moving pretty gingerly.
Yeah, that too.
An old Inspector Gadget looking coat, and nobody's questioning him.
Yeah, the hobo in the trench coat, and nobody's going, huh? This looks a little weird.
Just follow the mouse droid.
Yes.
Conveniently.
In this goofy freaking scene that looks like they were holding the...
Look how close they are to the wall!
Yeah. No, I watched this scene and it's the most ridiculous thing in the world because they did not have time or anything to
Where are they now?
turn immediately enough to not avoid hitting that freaking wall. They look like somebody holding a toys, playing, going, wee, flying in. It looks so bad.
And this is where I don't understand.
What?
How you get 3 people in a 2-man snowspeeder.
Yeah.
Three people! They got 3 people in a 2-man speeder.
How strong
I didn't know
and
they had
powerful she is,
repulsor lift.
She can just deflect them bolts from a snow speeder.
I didn't know they had those enough repulsor lifts to let them hover like that.
They kind of showed it in Empire Strikes Back when they're lifting off to fly out.
Just stay somewhere.
But not. That's just it. I don't know if there's a certain limitation to it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I don't know the accuracy to that. But it's pretty convenient for the little scene, though.
This whole episode is full of conveniences.
Now we...
He's all like, yes.
What happened? Where's the, calm, collected Vader that'll just murder you at the moment that you fuck up?
And why? She said, I let them go, and he releases her?
Yeah, and then he Try being an Imperial officer and let it get away with that without informing him ahead of time.
He's like, now he's bowing to her. I see.
Yeah. Oh, you're so great, my queen. Like people pointed out, he's just starting to now act like Kylo Ren. Now basically giving the whole episode 4 or A New Hope for them getting away shit. But again, if it was something that was a known tactic, even Tarkin would have been like, I hope this time it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's like, I'm taking
He
all
would've
four
known.
risks, Vader. This better work.
Yeah. Makes no sense. Well, you guys had to expect there was going to be casualties if you're doing shit like this. Can't expect to be getting away with it forever. Unscathed.
I'm about to throw up.
Hey, Obi-Wan. How about Luke? Maybe you should be getting back to Tatooine. Back to looking after him, huh? No? Okay. Skynet has been activated.
Right, yeah, Umbrella Academy.
Oh. That was another episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hot dog water.
The worst.
Like it, I mean, Jesus. And like I said, they just keep copying all the bad parts of Fallen Order.
Yeah.
And my problem
Overall thoughts. I don't think
overall thoughts.
Yeah, I don't even think I don't even know where to start.
I mean, all I can really kind of get back to is just how this continues to break the lore. We already got the final nail in the coffin when it comes to her now fully knowing Obi-Wan Kenobi's name.
Right.
So, you know, that's said and done with. And like I said earlier, it just again the whole Organa thing, it doesn't work because now, I mean, he's gonna have to what? Basically be on the run. There's no way he could get away with doing what he ends up doing later on and helping form the rebellion and working with Ahsoka and crap like that. No.
The only argument that they could make is if Reva dies, Reva's the only one that knows that she's now, you know what I mean? Like, unless if Reva didn't tell
Leia Organa in their facility, I imagine with her using the troops and stuff like that, they had to do a check-in and stuff like that. They had
Disney. Unless you write it out for them, they will always say they will always say unless it was implicitly stated, it leaves the door open.
Right.
That's what they did with. Yeah, it's the argument that I got into with somebody about like Leia Organa saying Obi-Wan Kenobi, because it was they didn't know that she didn't know he was Ben or vice versa because she didn't implicitly state that. No different than Vader saying, "I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. You know, when we last met, I was but the or I was just the learner. Now I am the master, right? It doesn't implicitly state that the last fight was on Mustafar, which leaves the door open, allowing future fights, or I guess fights in the past leading up to the Death Star.
But the language is pretty clear. I was but
To
the learner.
somebody who's intelligent and can speak English and process it.
Because it means that it was when he was just starting out, just beginning.
I'm just saying, unless their argument is that if Reva didn't tell anybody, then she's the only one that knew. That secret died with her, if in fact she dies. But it doesn't they haven't implicitly stated whether or not she told anybody that she now knows that Leia is the princess and son of Bailor Ghana.
Sakes.
Just saying, man.
No,
I gotta.
This is supposed to be, the strict rule-bound empire and everything. Aren't they supposed? I mean, the whole thing would have to everything, all data collected, all this, it'd all be in there. I mean, I would think. I mean, now they're just fully making the Empire look completely retarded and incapable.
But they've done that with everything, though. This is now an empire that should not be feared. For Vader to basically about to off somebody, and then she say, "I let them go." Like, why would you not?
And then, I'm gonna now stop force choking.
No,
I'm right there snapping her neck for.
I'm gonna wait to see what you have to say, and then find out that you put a tracker. Oh my goodness, you're so amazing. I'm gonna not kill you now. Like,
I wish I had thought of that. You're so right, Reva.
This is supposed to be the same Vader that force choked the he was an admiral, but on the Death Star. What was the guy's name? Lucas was the guy that actually George Lucas was on it was years ago. He's on interviewed by Conan O'Brien, and somebody tried to like stump George, and he was able to say the name of that guy that got force choked because it was only in the credits after A New Hope. But anyways, I mean, this is the Vader that was basically force choking. Yeah. He's like, this is the guy that force choked this guy for basically disrespecting the Force.
Yeah.
And now you're just gonna let this lady go.
And he still did it very calmly and was just
You're coming in like someone just peed in your Cheerios that you can't eat, and you're gonna storm in and it's almost like it's like Deborah when she came out and said, "This isn't the Vader of A New Hope. This is a different Vader." Like she's proving that this Vader. I don't even know who this Vader is.
I remember, and that's been in the back of my brain, but it's still.
But I'm saying, like, this is a Vader. Like, this is a Vader that nobody's seen from a canon perspective, and then from a Disney perspective. Like, this is like, who is this?
Not Vader. It's basically like people. Pointed out. It's basically Kylo Ren. Overly temperamental.
Ben Solo. There's, like Raging Ryan had pointed out, and I agree with him, that there's so many convenient scenes in this episode. Just, that was convenient. Convenient shots, right? The editing's terrible. The writing is atrocious.
Well, it was like the snow speeders that are coming into that hangar bay, and then they just magically cut away, and they got out.
Where did they go? Where did they go?
Yeah, that's just it.
Did you go back to Future Echo Base?
I think it was Ryan that was saying too. Is like, why didn't they just try and get out in the TIE fighters that were in the hangar bay? Why didn't they just go for those and escape that way? Why?
Because they already name dropped the T-47 earlier in the episode, so therefore they had to bring out the snow speeders. To prove their knowledge. If you're going to drop a T-47, then you have to show the fan base that you know what a T-47 is.
T-47 or T-45? For some reason I thought it was a 45.
T-47, I believe.
Whatever.
Right. I think it's... I'm telling you, man, we talked about this like 3 or 4 episodes ago about Mace Windu coming back. I'm telling you.
You're right. It is. Okay.
I'm telling you, they're going to bring him back.
Wait,
and then you catch like the what?
Sorry, bring who back?
They're going to bring back Windu. And then why name drop Quinlan Voss in episode 3, and then one of the Jedi that were in the basement or in the lower part of where.
Well, like they said though, it
Quinlan
sounds like
Vos-
he's still active. So
he's not. He
couldn't
was
be
in
one
that.
of those.
He was in. Like, if you look
No,
at
that guy. The guy said the guy made the point in that video that you sent me that it looks like it could be Quinlan Vos, but in the
He had
episode
dreadlocks.
they made it say that he was. They made it sound like he was still active. So
Yeah.
that's why that one kind of.
Or he's dead
It
and she
looks
doesn't
like
know.
him, but
Yeah.
probably not because
I don't
of
know.
what they said.
He had dreadlocks, and Quinlan Vos has dreadlocks.
Hey man, just because he has dreadlocks doesn't mean it's the same person, man. Jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he could be Kit Fisto too, I guess.
I'm pretty sure Kit Fisto got his head decapitated, but I could be wrong.
I think he just got his chest knocked in by Palpatine.
I thought he got it decapitated. Whatever.
Whatever. It's just so bad.
Regardless,
man.
he's dead as Dillinger.
But he could probably come back too. If Windu can come back, then Fitzo can come back. They all can come back. This whole
Death means nothing. That's just it.
Order 66 meant nothing. Palpatine isn't the greatest Sith of all time. Like it's just so bad.
This show is so bad.
Obi-Wan, it's just funny. It's like watching him, and this is nitpicking, but watching him deflect these bolts, like he did a better job as a Padawan. He did a better job as a Padawan in The Phantom Menace than this.
It looked the whole thing, the choreography for it all,
and then
it just looked really. I mean, he's supposed to be trying to kind of regain or whatever his abilities, but it's just no.
Listen, last time I swung a lightsaber at somebody, I didn't have to hit them twice to kill them. I didn't have to hit their chest twice, and my lightsaber didn't bounce off the person. It literally looked like he had a baseball bat and he hit like a pole.
Yeah, basically. Like I keep saying, they don't know how lightsabers work.
No. I just love the fact that they have robbed from like so many. They have taken.
What was it? I was saying this in somebody else's in the comment section of somebody else's video. I was like, okay, there should have been 3 ways of going about. I think it might have been 3. One was, he just comes up behind one, activates his lightsaber, kills him, moves to the next guy, does basically the same thing. That should have been it. Done. Or he goes in, mind tricks them, gets Leia out, boom, you're done.
Why did he? Oh, here, and I'm biased because I love Malchus. Why not do what Veridim did to his lover, the Twi'lek, and just slowly put his lightsaber to her chest and activate it? Like, why not do that from behind?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Come up behind them and just activate his lightsaber.
Why not do
killing
that?
the guy immediately and then moving on to the next. I mean,
it's like you have to rob from different things to create something that you think is new, but it's not. And all the while you trying to create it, it's just terrible. Like it just so. I'm gonna be sick next week. I can't do episode 5. Like I don't know where this goes. So like what now? Like where does it go?
I mean,
who killed? So now the argument is like, will Vader kill Reva, or will the Grand Inquisitor? They have to bring the Grand Inquisitor back because Filoni's not going to retcon his own. He's not going to contradict his own character or his own story. So he has to come back somehow. And if you listen to Star Wars theory, he says that they have 2 stomachs. So apparently, because he has 2 stomachs, therefore he's still alive.
Oh, that's so stupid. Like I said, what was it? I said last.
Not
week.
my opinion.
All just because you have 2 stomachs, it isn't going to save you from a lightsaber kill.
Yeah.
Because you're still getting your spine or whatever you have severed. You're getting all that internal damage done.
Star Wars theory.
Because then the lightsaber is cauterizing that whole wound, blocking
your
internal organs of doing whatever. You're fucked.
Take it up with him. And he also stated that because Obi-Wan and Vader fought and Obi-Wan lost, they have to have another one because it would break canon if they don't. So Obi-Wan has to fight again and dust Vader.
Oh yeah, basically. They had to put him in a power position still. That was clearly
It was Mustafar. That was his power position.
Yeah.
The final Mustafar. Like,
I have the high ground, Anakin. Don't try it.
Anakin was the learner, and Obi-Wan had the high ground. That was it. And then, and here's another thing, like, you know, in Return of the Jedi, where, you know, Vader says, Obi-Wan has taught you well, that was a direct, that him saying that was, Obi-Wan had taught him the high ground. So unless we're going to have another fight where somehow, like, Obi-Wan has to have the high ground again.
I mean, it's like I said, they're gonna have to do something to put him back in a power position.
I don't know.
Victor of all this.
There's nothing you can do that justify. Like, there's nothing you can do, nothing you can say that justifies adding 2 more fights, because it, like OG Star Wars had stated, and she brought evidence to the table. It was directly implied that Mustafar was their last duel. And it's not. It wasn't an article. It was in the novelization of, I believe, A New Hope. A New Hope. It was a novelization of A New Hope. I'd have to go back. I have it on the tweets, but it was indirectly implied that Mustafar was their last duel.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know where he goes. I don't know. Like, I don't think Vader's going to kill Reva. To your point, like, I agree with you. I think that they're going to bring the Grand Inquisitor back because Filoni has a hard-on for him, and he's not going to just let him die.
Supposedly Filoni isn't having anything to do with this. He's 100% involved in Ahsoka.
Okay, people have made that argument about Kathleen not having anything to say.
Right.
She's got her hand, like, so just because he's working on Ahsoka does, like, yeah, I don't believe that. I believe he's got his hands in it just as much as Kathleen.
I mean, I'm not necessarily going to disagree, but just because I have.
But I mean, to your point, like, he wants to. Well, to your point though, he wants to be Ahsoka, so I probably assume that he's probably heavily involved in that.
Yeah.
Wonder if he shows up on stage dressing like her.
God, that would be horrendous.
What if he turned Ahsoka into like a squirrel and showed up to FurryCon dressing up like her? Just turned Ahsoka into a squirrel.
No, let's not. Let's not.
Just saying.
I guess it's nice.
Yeah. Listen, but you think I'm joking though? Like, watch. There's a Star Wars Celebration clip. It was an interview with Filoni and some other Yahoo, I don't know, but his eyes like lit up when he started talking about Ahsoka, like in a creepy way, in a very creepy way. It was almost like when, you know, Anakin wallops Windu's hand off and Palpatine smiles like that for that moment. It's almost, that was him literally smiling like, Ahsoka.
Oh God, that's
I'm gonna find
horrendous.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you because you think I'm just saying it. Like,
no,
I saw it.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
He's like, oh yes, please, let's talk about Ahsoka. She's amazing.
God, that fucking guy. He's one of those people. When I hear talk, I just want to throttle. It's like listening to Patton Oswalt. I want to throttle that little toad.
Or it's almost as bad as listening to Joe Buck commentate on the World Series. Or just anything in general. Joe Buck's just terrible.
So I think we've gone over everything for that.
So excited for episode 5. So do you have any before we end it, do you have any I won't say intuition, but what do you think episode 5 is gonna bring?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like you say, where are they going to take all of this? I don't know. I can't I'm not able to foresee this shit. I don't know. My only guess is there's going to have to be something that gets Kenobi's resolve up, that he's going to be,
do they bring Qui-Gon back? Are they bringing Liam Neeson back?
That's another big question, right? I mean, are we going to get either the Force Ghost or just the voice of Qui-Gon talking to Obi-Wan? Are we gonna get any of that? I mean, is he gonna finally go back to Tatooine?
Disney doesn't have enough money to pay Liam Neeson to come back, and make a physical appearance. I don't think. And Liam Neeson even said himself he prefers the big screen. So I doubt
he
that
prefers.
And it's not because he's a shyster. Like, I think that he just he likes.
Well, like you said, there's like there's a certain appeal or whatever.
Right.
It's just, there's something about it that he's more preferable to the big screen. So I mean, I don't know what you have to say on it. I don't know where they're gonna go with the next episode. I don't know.
I think the next episode has to be one of two things, in my opinion. I think either the next episode is going to be the Inquisitor showing back up and off in Reva, or in episode 6, or the last episode is going to be the big fight, or it's going to be a fight in episode 5, and then something's going to happen between Reva and the Inquisitor. I still think, though, Reva's going to get her own show. I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to offer.
I'm hoping no, but I also wouldn't be too surprised if they did that.
Well, they can't. I mean, like, with all this bad PR that she has, like, why would it's not smart for them to do that?
It doesn't matter for them because they already have the narrative locked of everybody is racist.
For sure.
And no matter what you say, it won't disprove us. We're right. You're wrong.
But look at them, like, to bring her on and have a black female character who has been more, there's been more focus on her than Obi-Wan, and then to kill her off, like, that doesn't look good on them.
They don't care what it looks like to anybody. That's just it.
Yeah.
They'll do it regardless.
Probably.
They'll
be like, oh, hey, we prepared you for this on both sides. We prepared you for the racism on both sides. And we let you show up for 6 episodes, so I don't know why you're mad at us. Here's your money, go run. I don't know. I do think that they're gonna bring back the Grand Inquisitor. I really don't think Filoni, like, he's not, I don't think he's smart, but I think he won't let that happen. I don't think he'll let him just stay dead. But again, the Disney fans will be like, well, it wasn't implicitly stated that he died or not died.
I know.
And he just has 2 stomachs, so, like.
So he's totally cool, bro.
So yeah, with that logic, you can therefore say, well, Mace Windu didn't die then. Is what they would say. That's how they'll play it.
That is, isn't it? That's how they're warming up to it. That's exactly right.
I don't know. What happened was Disney got a hold of that fan art that made that. It was a fan video, and it was a what if game where Windu comes back. I think I sent it to you, where the 501st is going. It looked like they were in like a Jedi temple. They're in the Jedi temple or some type of temple, and the 501st is like rappelling down, and you see grenades go off, and you see at the very end you see this purple lightsaber, and then you hear Vader breathing.
A long time ago.
So somebody from Disney saw that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll bring back Windu. That's a good idea." Even though he was thrust out the
even
Chancellor Suite.
The Disney shield video you sent me pointed that out. They're like, Force lightning out a goddamn window. He's not
Dude, that guy was he was having the time of his life. Every time he talked about Disney, you saw he was on it. I wonder how much money he got paid for that. But
probably sitting comfortable.
Yeah, those are my thoughts. I think obviously there's going to be another fight. There has to be. And then I think the Inquisitor's coming back. And either Reva is going to be the hero at the end of it, or she's going to get offed. Or she's going to... Yeah, I think that's either going to get offed or...
Well, I don't care. And I'm going to say it. I hope she gets offed. Kill her character because she's been worthless.
They've already made Vader look like a baby.
Yeah, they did.
A cowering... I'm not going to say it. So.
Well, then I think with that we'll call it an evening. We've gone for a good 2 hours. So.
Well, the last two episodes we've hit. Yeah, last 2 episodes we've been at like 5 and 4. So.
Yeah.
Ugh,
chilling it out a bit. Well, and to that, I would also like to say thanks to Sentinel for dropping
Sentinel,
into
always
the
a
chat.
pleasure. Always a pleasure, man. We gotta get you on one of these days.
And I'll play us out with a better done death in jail scene than what Kenobi gave us. So, with that, everyone, I say good night.
Have a good night.